welcome to the winner circle. If you made it here with me, you done put it
to do, because I got one person that I know that has not did that.
Yeah, well, if that person is not doing it and they're not going to do it, what you do is what I did. Because you know what, for me, if at this point, if you're a leader and you hadn't done it, and you call yourself a leader, then I can't trust you. So I went on and just created just a whole brand new wallet, attached it to myself. So now I have 6 instead of 5 on my front line. And that 6th one is my 5th one that I can actually trust because I'm the one in control of it. So I just created another one for $100, and as soon as I did that, it started spitting out money. And so a lot of y'all are 1, 2, and 3 people away. And as soon as you go in there, you know, all you gotta do is take a look at your. Matter of fact, let me see here. I'm so in love with that noise. Okay. So when you go to team, right? So when you go to your team and you click on the team, so right here where it says subordinate 6 addresses, right there, subordinate 6 addresses, and you click on the little My Team arrow, and it takes you to this page, right? Let's see here. Make sure I can. Okay. Yeah, it takes you to this page. You see up at the top right-hand corner, the word liquidity is right there. It says referral liquidity.
Okay. Yeah, we see that.
Yeah, so when you click on referral liquidity, this is what it gives you. It gives you all the people who you have personally binded to your wallet, right? And so now what you have to do is look for zeros. That's the only thing you're looking for. If you see a 0, that person is not put themselves in a position of liquidity, right? So they're not liquid. They haven't did what they're supposed to do. And so when you put them in, you pretty much wrote their names down. If you were like Mrs. Bean, you wrote the names down and the wallet numbers down at the same time. That way it's easy for you to find them and have a conversation with them and to make it quick, because every day you miss money, especially if you already have 5 wallets and you already have over $50,000 or you right at 50,000, you're missing money. $100 a day, $120 a day, $105 a day, whatever, you're missing money. Okay? And so I encourage y'all to hurry up and find the owners of all those zeros or replace them right away until you have 5. Do that for yourself first, and then make sure you're doing it for your team. Okay. There you go. My wife over there working. That way you can cross-reference your numbers and everything. Okay. So that's you. So, and as y'all have questions for myself and Mrs. Bean, she might chime in without turning the camera on, but if I can answer it, I'll answer it. But right now, what I want to do over the next 90 days, guys, we got a lot of catching up to do. Okay, we got a lot of people. He said a lot of us were on more than just vacation. A lot of us were hit emotionally, and I can tell you, I was one of them. It smacked me around really good. And when that first happened, because y'all know the story, you know, 3.75 million in 33 days, $7,330 a day, you know, before they pulled the plug on me. $100,000 in the first 33 days earned. And so when you talk about hurt, nobody was more hurt than me. I was projecting a $200,000 month of June, and then a $300,000 month of July. And so I was supposed to do $500,000 in June and July. So when you think about the emotional toll that it took on us, you know, as a whole, it hit us. Okay? And everybody was affected. Some was affected to where they won't recover, right? And you have a group of people who were, for me, I'm happy that they were able to get their money back from the vouchers because that put them in a really good place. But now we got to put them in an uncomfortable position by making sure that they have a decision to make, by making sure they come back in over the next 90 days, because we want to run and go out there and be the social proof for all those people to come back and reinvest, because we want them to get what they came for. Okay, so getting their money back wasn't a bad thing. It was what they thought was best for them at that time. And I personally, again, you know, I would have done the same thing if I was in most of those people's positions. And so these next 90 days, guys, we want to really blitz this thing. Okay, we really want to make sure that we understand right now it's the time to make some quality decisions. Guys, to be first is a blessing. I've launched many companies, but I've never launched anything like this, from a standpoint of being first day one. And we know what we have our hands on. We know what our market is. We know how to explain it. And we know that each and every last face that I'm looking at right now, if you are willing to do the work that's required, can be a seven-figure individual heading into, if not by the end of next year. And I'm not talking about just having $1 million. I'm talking about spitting out $1 million a year, $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. Anybody on here can get to that point if they so chose to. This is all about choices at this point. This ain't nothing to do with network marketing and anything that you've ever faced in the past. Anybody who can open their mouth, do the PS4, okay, understand the wallet, understand some screenshots, and just go to work, can make a flat-out fortune. So it's time to make some quality decisions, guys. It's time to get back into the lab for me and close the door and go to work. Like Kojo said, it's time for him to go to work. He's waking up and he's on Zooms early in the morning. And like I said, I'm already out here, going to work in here. I've already got my journal, and I had 6 of these. My wife got one. We gave Rod Smith one, and I had 3 that I use on other companies. And I saved the best for last because this one right here is going to be the tell-all, right? And so one book leading to another. And so right now, we got to decide, first of all, to master our information and master the minimals. Okay, fine. Like I said, identify, the wallet, anything and everything around the wallet, the staking that you don't know, and master it, because you got to know it. This can't be one of those situations like last time where everybody was leaning on Mrs. Dean, everybody was leaning on Tonya, everybody was leaning on Lashanique, everybody was leaning on Lakeland, Shannon, everybody was leaning on Dale, everybody was leaning on somebody. And right now, that was all cool for then, but right now we need everybody to go out here and become somebody to be leaned on. Okay? Because again, we're going to slow down, and we're going to be, high speed, high drag at the same time. We're going to be driving with this thing with a governor. And as you can see, blockchain Kojo, they're spitting out GMs every day. And that's on purpose. They're not thinking about it. They're on purpose. They're doing it. They're getting the money while it's available right now. Okay. And so that's who we need to be. So we talk about turning things into a college course as mastering that wallet. And I asked that question. He didn't know I was going to ask it, but he gave the specific, unique, and ideal answer. Master your wallet. So it's by it being running season. Y'all heard me talk about it on another call. A lot of y'all have the opportunity to be the runners for your teams. And a lot of you guys, you're going to use my story. That's great. A lot of you guys are going to have stories that other people are going to be using, and that's great. And that's what those stories are there for. But I implore each and every last one of you to go and to go out here and create a story over the next 90 days of running and blitzing that you would impress a whole lot of people if it was their first time meeting you. Like, hey, man, ma'am, Tonya, what did you do? Forrest, how'd you do that? Sam Williams, how did you get here? Lakeland, how'd you get that? Dana, man, what did you do to get $50,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $100,000 a month? And these are stories that you guys should be creating. Okay, everybody can create them. Everybody should create them, but it's unfortunate that everybody won't create them. Okay? And so we got to make sure that this becomes a must, a have to, a gotta, type of situation. Let's just say, what if this was the one thing that actually worked and you didn't work it? Okay. And that's the question you got to ask yourself. I was having a question with somebody the other day who they wanted me to focus on something they were building on. I said, well, I'm not going to do that. I said, matter of fact, I'm not launching that at all. This is what I'm doing. And I'm about to run this, to the top. And he said, well, you got to be careful with this, that. I said, first of all, don't project your fears and things on me. I said, don't project your past experiences on me. I said, there are things that are out there that will make billions of dollars for people in all industries, and especially in this industry, the things that look just like this, things that look just like things that failed. I said, I don't want to hear it though, because me personally, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be governed by my fears. I'm not going to allow you to create fears for me. So I made my decision, okay? And so I am running with this. I am running with this because I know for a fact we learned a lot from Novatech. We learned, how to make sure we come in and we grow portfolios with a little money and a lot of muscle, okay? And put people in a profitable position right away, give them a sense of urgency right away so they can go out there and build enough money in their portfolios to not just get their money back, to be profitable and where they can pull money out every day. Think about having the ability to pull money out every 7 days at the least, and it's $200 a day, or it's $1,500 every 7 days, or it's $2,500 every 7 days, $25,000 every 7 days. Think about that. What is your 7-day number? Bless you. What is your 15-day number? What is your 30-day number that you want? If whatever you set that thing at every 7 days, what do you want to have spit out? And that your team is going to build. You're going to have a daily number on that. You're going to have a daily number on your own money. But what do you want to build these numbers to on a daily basis? So when you pull money out every 7 days, that's your number. You got to give yourself a number. Okay. Me and Dale will talk every day. Me and Joe will talk every day. Like literally, me and Lakeland talk every day about these numbers. And Earl, every day. We talk every day about these numbers and how this thing was just growing and how it was growing. Like Earl, $2,500 a day now. Dale, $3,000 a day now. Lake, $4,500 a day now. Joe, $5,500 a day now. It's just growing, and everything was just growing. And this is how we were getting it done. And everybody was popping and just building something special to get major secrets. This is what we were doing, talking every day about this thing. And the more and more we talked about it, the more fired up we got, the more work we did, the more money we made, the more people started to believe. And we had the most impactful system, in my personal opinion, out on the market. We had fire presenters every day. And I'm just telling you, we couldn't be contested with. But when it comes to system and how this thing flowed and how those numbers kept coming and how those presentation numbers kept growing, guys, we were working and building it. And what you did once, you can do again. Difference this time is you're way more incentivized and way more reinforced, than you were the first time. First time, we didn't know what we were doing. We were learning on the fly. This time, it's a problem. Okay. So people will be asking, who the heck are these people? So running season, give your people something to model. Season of separation. You're going to have some people who are going to quit. They've already quit, and that's fine. Okay. Pray for them and go do it for them. So at least they'll have a reason to come back if they so chose to. But if not, don't wear that badge of honor. That's not a badge of honor. Let people go. Okay. Don't look backwards. Okay. So but fasting, I challenge each and every last one of you guys to go on a 90-day fast. Okay. And this is why. Anytime you give something up, again, something that you love or something that you like, desire, whatever, something that's holding you back, you have power in that. Okay. So like for me, anytime I've always hit a big pin or I've always hit a big goal, I always started fasting 90 days before I went on the run, and I would hit that goal within 30 to 90 days of me fasting, because all I had to focus on, what was that task at hand, because all my distractions were going away, right? So you got to ask yourself, when it comes to fasting, guys, what are you giving up? Okay. And when it comes to fasting, at some one time, let's see if you guys can share it, because this is the thing, not even necessarily tonight, think about it, but tomorrow, you'll go in a group and say, you know what, I'm fasting and this is what I'm giving up. And y'all be each other's accountability partner and ask each other every day, how you doing? How's it working for you? Right? Okay, so what are you giving up? 2, what activity are you adding that's going to add value to you and your team or you and your life? Fasting. So what am I giving up? Like I'm fasting, I'm giving up, give me an example. I'm fasting, I'm not eating before 12 and I'm not eating after 8. So that's one thing I'm giving up. Just one. For now, tomorrow I'll probably have 1 or 2 more things that I'm going to give up, but I'm adding another workout regimen. Like every day, I will either be riding my bike, swimming, working out, a combination of both. But I'm adding some type of exercise activity to my regimen because you have to be fit to do business, mentally and physically. Right now, while you're running, you want to get the best sleep of your life. And when you're working out, even if you're not working, if you're just walking, ladies, men walking on a treadmill, walking up and down stairs, walking around a track, walking up and down the street. If it's just walking and you don't walk today, but you walk tomorrow as a part of your something that you want to add to your, that's all you need to do. Add that one thing if that's it. Okay. What skill set are you going to enhance? Okay. What skill set are you going to enhance? It can be mastering the PS5 process. It can be mastering Grant Cardone process. What skill set are you going to enhance that's going to help you blow your business out of the water? Closing, trial closing, whatever, inviting, prospecting, building up my pipeline, right? So those are some of the things that you want, because like for music, like when I fast early on for years, I fasted with music. I no rap music, no R&B, no soul. It's just the only thing I was listening to. If I listened to any type of thing on the radio, it would be spiritual music, personal development. And I can just say it was probably 95% personal development, 5% spiritual. Because spiritual is personal development. It's just in secular. Okay. So that's important. But TV, I turn the TV off. There's nothing on your TV that's going to get you to $1 million. So again, that's something else. You can turn off the Bluetooth. Millionaires are already on there. Even if you don't give it up for 90 days, I'm just saying, give it up for 30 days. Guys, football season, give it up to football season start. Don't watch preseason, don't watch, training camp. Just give it up. You know what I'm saying? Just see what it do to September 3rd kick in. That's a whole 30 days that you're giving up football, and just go to work, go to run, right? So this kind of another thing. So let's see here. The power of 10. My monthly goal, recruiting goal, is to bring on 10 people every 30 days, every 30 days. Okay. You might have a goal to bring in 10 people over the next 30 days, 20 people over the next 30 days, 15 people over the next 30 days, whatever it is. What's your goal over the next 90 days? My goal is to put in 10 people every 30 days. So in 90 days, I'll have 30 brand new people in the system, directs. That gives me 6 people that I get a chance to bless over the next 90 days. I create pockets of 5 under 6 brand new people, or under 6 people who are working and growing. So it's not just for me, it's to make sure that somebody who's stepping up, somebody who I can catch doing something right, I can actually bless. And you should have the same philosophy. What happens when you, who nobody knows at this moment in time, starts to find pockets of people who you can now put 5 people under? And those 5 people go to GM or VP, and then it helps that person go to VP or SVP. What happens? Who do you become in that person's eyes? Their leader, their hero, their shero, right? It's 360-degree leaders right now. The 360-degree leader right now can be used on all levels in this moment right now. This is that, like everything that y'all learn, listen to, this is what y'all should be really utilizing that stuff on. So I'm always listening to Earl Nightingale. Like ever since I talked about it the other night, I'm listening to Earl Nightingale every day. 30 minutes a day, sometimes 60, depending on how many times I can get around to it. The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale. So I'm replacing stuff that I normally would listen to or watch on YouTube with stuff that I really need to listen to and feed my brain, feed my spirit, and keep me focused on my goals and my dreams. I'm purifying my system, my mental space, and I'm putting nothing but good stuff up there. I'm feeding. Even though my body won't listen to me sometime and eat what I say I need to eat, I still up here I can feed that whatever I want, and that I have a lot better control of what I put in my head than I do in my mouth. It's unfortunate, but it's just what it is. But feed your brain again, because when you have goals, you have dreams, you have an understanding. When you're feeding your brain positive stuff every day, what happens is it forces your brain to go in that direction. If it enhances it, and it puts you in a position where your decisions become fortified. And you're less likely to turn back, in your fasting period when you're listening to stuff, positive stuff every day. That's why I listen to Stranger Secret, the same boring, mundane voice every day, sometimes twice a day, right? Other than that, I'm finding other things that I want to focus on when it comes to, like, whether it be blockchain, Kojo, and some of his explanations and stuff like that. I'm feeding my brain with information for Fintoch, which is another great thing to feed your brain on because you need it, right? When it comes to personal calls, man, I was listening to, I think it was Chris on Grant Cardone. Matter of fact, one of y'all was on Grant Cardone under my name, and he called my name and I wasn't on there. I listened to the recording. I'm like, Samuel B. I'm like, why is he calling me? And then I thought about it. Everybody's got my login. But I'm like, the dude was so cold-blooded. I mean, I was like, I wanted to raise my hand. I wanted to type in a good job to some of the people because they was doing a great job. And I forgot it was a recording. That's how engulfed I was in. But he was talking about, what if you 10x your phone calls? The average person makes 8 phone calls a day. What if you 10x to 5 or 10 that you actually make a day and do 15 to 100? Do you think that if you actually increase your outflow, that your cash flow would increase with it? Yeah, because the other thing that would increase with it would be your confidence in your skill set. Okay. And the other thing that would be highly visible to your people be the evolution of your skill set as well as the evolution of your bank account. Like your daily income will go up and blow up. And people will be like, well, Forrest, what'd you do? Well, I just went from 10 phone calls a day to 60. Even though you attempted to 10x, you didn't get 10x, but 60 is still way better than 10. Right? 30 is still better than 5. Okay. If you were doing 5 right now, you start doing 15 a day, it's still better than 5. Do better than what you did yesterday. And you'd be amazed at how, if you just did a little bit better every day, how much more money you would make every day. At some point in time, it catches fire and it becomes contagious, right? And so we talked about, goal setting. So I'm not going to do a goal setting training or anything like that. That's already been done. But stop calling out goals and become the goals. Okay. And so when I say that, I mean, like, you have goals, but you should be somebody else's goal. You ever see on social media, like, oh, marriage goals, oh, career goals. When they see somebody post, and it's like, whatever that is, relationship goals, right? Physical fitness goals, right? And it's always somebody else's post that's somebody else's goals. You should be, somebody be looking at your screenshot deal going, oh man, income goals, right? Ellen, they should be like, oh my God, team income goals. Oh my God, Tonya White or Lashanique, they should, oh my God, mining goals. Whatever, you should become somebody else's goal. The goal, become the goal for somebody else. Okay. But when it comes to goals, there are 3 types of goals that people set. And the first type of goal is A-type goals, which is ambition. Yeah. So A-type goals, you actually set goals for what you actually know that you can do, things that you know for a fact that you can achieve. And while you know that you can achieve them, you also have a goal to get better at them. And while in doing so, guys, every week, you should actually have a goal to get a win. If you get a win every day, that's great. If you get a goal every week, that you can get a win every week, that's great. If you weren't getting goals or you weren't getting wins every week and every day, start now. Make it a goal to get a win every day, every week, and then every day, and then watch what happens. And the goal don't have to be directly to you. If I help Evans recruit somebody, I got to win today. If I help Dale go out here and help somebody fund an account, I got to win today. Okay? Income producing activities. Any of those things, IPAs, income producing activities, any of those things become a win for somebody, you got to win, directly or indirectly. Okay. Type B goals. These are basic goals, right? Okay. Basic goals are goals of what you think you can do. Like, remember, The other ones, type A, is goals of what you know you can do. These are goals of what you think you should be able to do. You're comfortable, in this situation. Because even if you fail, like I said, you pretty much know enough of it to where you won't lose that big, but you'll do something. You may not do it on a high level, but you're gonna do something. And these are some goals that people feel like they'll set, that they can hit, they can accomplish, and it won't stretch them, but it'll get some achievement. And that's fine. That's all they're gonna do, that's fine. Once they start hitting those goals, then guess what? The goal, the achievement of the goal, right, will encourage them to do more of what they're doing on a higher level. And that's because that's an internal inspiration, motivation. It's not external push. It's not Forrest saying, go, Chris. It's not Laura saying, go, Carmen. It's Carmen just hit GM, right? And she did it without, she did it without a whole lot of help. And so by her doing it without a whole lot of help, guess what she feels like she can do? Hit VP without a whole lot of help. She's open to it, but she knows now I can do it by myself if I need to, right? Type C goals. I call these chaos goals. You don't know how to hit it, but it's a goal that you want to hit. And you rack your brain trying to figure it out. And 9 times out of 10, you rack your brain trying to figure it out because you don't want to ask anybody about it. You don't want to ask for help. And it makes you uncomfortable, okay? And the most discomfort comes from your inability or your desire not to submit to the information, submit to the source, okay? You never want to be the person who sets the chaos goals. Like if you are a type A goal setter, somebody who you know for a fact that you're willing to do work and you can go out here and make some things happen, and it's just a skill set that you may need to enhance or acquire, but you're willing to go out there and go through it, it's okay. Set some bigger goals too, but what will end up happening is don't set bigger goals that you can't achieve unless you actually have somebody help you achieve them and give you a plan to achieve them. Don't put yourself in a position where you set a goal so big that nobody expects you to actually hit it. So therefore you talk big and do small, have small achievement. It gives you a soft pillow to fill on, but nobody thought she was going to hit it anyway. So you got off easy. But if you hit an attainable goal and you don't do it based on bad habits or whatever it is that's holding you back, self-sabotage, whatever it is holding you back, now people hold you way more accountable. Like I would hold each and every last one of you guys accountable for not hitting GM by the end of the month at a minimum, when it should be done within a week. Most of y'all already have the foundation to have it done within a day or two, right? But if I said all of y'all should be GMs, by the end of the month, I don't think that would be unfair. I think that would actually be putting a cap on you and putting a lid on most of you. But the fact that all y'all can hit it, still, that's one thing that all y'all can do, because y'all all have a system. Y'all all have a company that's got it together. Y'all all have screenshot abilities right now based on staking and stuff that's happening now. All this stuff that was afforded to you back then is afforded to you now, just on steroids, okay? So that's important. Let's see here. So those are the 3 goals that people set. So the 90-day Blitz guys, you definitely want to be a person who's creating unyielding momentum. You want to do so much and create so much momentum that it'll never stop, period. The pace that we were running and the things that we were doing and the numbers that we were achieving and the growth that we were experiencing. I had people, like I was talking to Lakin said, I've never made this much money before in my life in a day. He said, I was hurt when he was like, man, I was like you, when it slowed down and it stopped. People were getting to the point where they made more money per day in their life than they ever had. Projections on the biggest numbers that they've ever had on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, monthly basis in their life than they've ever had. And so, again, you want to create that much momentum in the first 90 days to where that never stops, that never slows down. It's just snowball effects and grows bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And so when you look at, the 3 types of people, you got the makers, the takers, and the breakers, right? You got your makers, people who focus on goals only. They make it happen. No distractions. Makers of sacrifices, and they give up anything and everything they need to hit their goals and dreaming. Like I said, this is going to be real simple. This is going to be real simple. No over the head stuff here. You just got to choose who you want to be. Remember, you can't wait till you get to $20,000 a week or $20,000 a day to make a decision to. So, okay, you know what? I feel like, you know what? I'm ready to do $20,000 a day when you have $15,000 a day. No, you have to get to the point to where you make the decision tonight that I'm going to be at $1,000 a day within this time frame. I'll be at $5,000 a day. I make a decision to be at $20,000 a day at some point, $100,000 a day at some point. Like he said, there are people making $100,000 a day. Okay. Notice I didn't say week or month. We've been thinking very small, and people have been living very large with the same exact platform and less resources. Okay. The takers. Okay. These are people who they ride the wave and they're going with the flow. They're going with the momentum. These are the takers. They're not going to bring a whole lot to the table, but they're going to take a whole lot with them. They'll use the whole entire resource. They'll use the upline and they'll use the system, and that's fine. And that's what we want. As long as they're doing something, I'd rather have a person come and take those things and use those things and monopolize on those things than somebody who's going to be a breaker. Okay? And so these are people who are shooting themselves in the foot. Breakers, deals never ever get done. They break deals all day long, and the deals that they break are with themselves. They're always looking back and forth, right? Trying to steal first with trying to steal second with a foot still on first base, right? And so what you have to do with these people, because of this platform is so simple and they do earn money on staking, they do get wins, right? You have to help them create a new model of themselves. You got to help them find a person or two every once in a while that they can sponsor. Don't try to make them out of superheroes and superstars and leaders. You know, just go ahead and these are people you want to get them on the Grant Cardone program right away, which everybody should be on it. Guys, honestly, everybody that's on this call and some should be on the Grant Cardone program. There's not one person with a skill set, including myself, that can afford not to be on the Grant Cardone program with what they offer. Nobody's skill set is elite like that. Like if Grant Cardone's people have to do that stuff every day, we got to do it one day. Think about it for a second. If everybody on your team treated Grant Cardone like you did, would you be closer or further away from your goals? Be further away. Think like if you like Dr. Lane, she said closer because she's on it. Forrest can say closer because he's on it, right? But a person who's not on it, person who's not plugging in, is further away, which means that the people who are on it, they're pitching it, they're promoting it, they're using it, they're teaching it, right? They're serving with it. The people who are not on it, basically what you're telling your people is, I hope you fail. You know what I'm saying? You're telling your people that I really don't care enough about you to go out there and do what's best for you. Evolving is not my biggest thing for you. I don't want you to win that much where I gotta go change and get better. I just wanted you to sign up so I can get the override. At some point in time, guys, the people who you're referring sponsor got to become bigger than a check. It's amazing how everybody gets upset when you feel like somebody's using you, but you don't help the people who you enroll, and you don't want nobody to get upset at you. The moment you feel like you've been slighted, or the moment you feel like your person can't help you, you go and you run and you go around to their upline, their sideline, their cross line, and you go and want to try to get some more help. Your people are doing the same exact thing to you. They don't respect you. They don't respect your skill set. And it's not that you don't have one. They just don't respect the fact that you're not trying to get one. If they see you trying to grow, trust me, they become fans. Because I can see right now, I can tell you, Forrest's people, treat them different. Tonya's people treat her different, right? We're not talking about elite network marketers who went made a fortune and they got people calling them. They've always been respected. Am I right? So am I right for us that people treat y'all different now than they did before, right? Last week, I already being a presenter and a person who's bringing, a lot of knowledge to the table from cryptocurrency. I know your people treat you different. You got your own channel on Telegram. You got your own videos coming out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know because I see it. I see what it's doing to people. So don't be a breaker for your team. Don't be a person who, keeps a person from their goals and dreams that sponsors you, because they believe in you. You got to have some stretch, some shred of humanity, and you got to have some shred of responsibility. Something that says, you know what, I want to do what's best for my people, and I'll get paid as a byproduct of me going out there getting better. And that's what can happen within this fast for these 90 days. When you blitzing for 90 days, you running hard for 90 days, and you're going to get better for the 90 days, who do you think you're going to be? Or you think you're going to be the same person on the other side of 90 days? Or you think you're going to be different? Think you're going to be better version of yourself, more enhanced version of yourself? You should, right? Ryan, if I worked out 90 days with you for the next 90 days, if I worked out for the next 90 days, would I look different in 90 days? Yeah. So what happens if you worked out your skill set over the next 90 days? Remember, your skill set is a muscle. If you work it out, it gets stronger, it gets bigger, right? And you become better at whatever it is that you just worked out, okay? So again, this fasting, guys, focus, okay, on your fasting. Focus on the things that you're going to be doing. Fight for everything that you want to get out of this fast and out of this 90-day run. Okay, have your affirmations. I will be different, and I will be different this 90 days. I will be different this 90 days. Use that. I will be different. That's got to be something around me. I will be different in the next 90 days. Or I am different, after my 90-day run. I'm so much more, better at speaking. I'm so much more better at closing after my 90-day blitz, as if it's already happened, and you're already in that position. Okay? But I'm gonna get with the speakers, guys, and you guys will hear from us this week. I'll get with the presenters, the trainers, and we'll put out a schedule, and we'll find out what day. All right, Ellen. Good night. I know it's really, really late over there, and Bermuda, we're about to wrap up. But yeah, guys, we're going to be putting out the schedule. I just got to get the day that Kojo is going to be doing the Q&A on. Once I do that, we got the Millionaire Mindset call on Monday nights. So, we'll be doing business and development at the same time. We can't help but explode. And this is the thing, guys. I guarantee you, don't take this serious if you want to. You will get left behind. Like you're stuck in the mud. I swear we're running. We're not. This is, when I say the people who quit, we're replacing. Each and every last one of you should be replacing people who have already checked out mentally and emotionally. And you should show people that when we say run, we know how to run, but they should run with us, or they're going to have a huge hole in their spirits. And that hole is going to be called regret. In 30 days, when people say, man, he's at $10,000 a day or whatever it is, the he should be you, or the she should be you, not me. I already know I'm going to be somewhere around that. That's the goal, to be way beyond that. Some just said the he should be you, she should be you, she at $10,000 a day. Because I know some of y'all were surprised when y'all heard they had that many EDs. And then when they start calling out the names of them, and y'all looking at the pictures like, he an ED? She an ED? Oh, they committed. See, ED ain't got nothing to do with how you look and how you talk. A lot of y'all are way more professional. Like he said, I'm looking at this group of people and I'm impressed with how y'all look, right? And y'all looking at his group of people saying, I'm not impressed with how they look. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how these people even hit, ED and SVP, and they be cursing and stuff. Y'all be hearing them sometimes like, they're like, man, these people hit ED, these people SVP, these people hit VP, and y'all be judging them. And they're going straight to the bank every day. Because all they know is one thing, run. Run. That's why people who make C's and D's, employ the people who make A's and B's. Because people who make C's and D's, they have to run. The people who made A's and B's, they're comfortable. They have options. Okay. Hope that makes some sense. But I'm just telling you, let's make this thing happen. Let's make this thing special. Let's take these next 90 days, right? It's what? August, September, October, the end of October, October 31st. Let's go out here and bring down the building. Let's go out here and make some records, break some records. Let's go ahead and change some lives. Let's go out here and really get 10,000 people in a position where they can make $5,000 a month on a regular basis, residually, and then on top of that, 25 to 50 millionaires by the end of next year. Let's do this. And we can do this. And it all starts in the next 90 days, guys. So I'll have this, recording. I think, let's see, I guess she must have dropped off, but I have the recording. So I'll have Omi put this on a YouTube video as well. I'll have this out as far as like the 90-day Blitz conversation for y'all, so y'all can listen to this thing on a regular basis. And you have some key people in your groups you want to watch it, that's fine too. But just make sure, guys, that we're not sitting here trying to hatch the same old people. We're ready to go out here and talk to some brand new people, get some brand new blood in here, some people who never lost with us before, people who've never made any money, people who still have goals and dreams. Let's go out here and tap into your warm market and your cold market, okay? And if you do that over the next 90 days while you're going through the system, you'll be cold-blooded. So we'll talk to you guys later, guys. Get you some rest. Appreciate you guys hanging in there. And that's what winners do. Success has no time limit. Success don't sleep. All right. So talk to you guys later. Have a good one. You're welcome, Carmen.
Made it way past the basics. This calls for a massive celebration. Welcome to the winner's circle.
Wow. I see you made it to the end. Click the subscribe button if you want more valuable content to increase your economic IQ, level up in life, and get notified every time we go live in the Business Mall and the Foresight Business Academy. Hey, thank you for watching.